My mindset going into this competition is just to have fun. I retired like 3 years ago. I don't need to be doing this. My life's a lot better when I am doing this. And I'm doing it because I want to. So I just have to keep reminding myself of that. I'm not doing this for anyone else. I'm doing it because my life is literally better when I'm a weightlifter versus when I'm not. If I'm on the platform, if I'm in the warm-up room, if I make weight, all that stuff is a win. So I just got to remind myself of that. Regardless of the outcome, I put together a really solid training cycle that I can fall back on when my confidence starts to slip. And we just got to show up and do work. All right, it's Thursday, the day before Max Out Friday, and we're going to do a little recovery. Pib's getting bigger.
Holy shit, she looks huge.
You guys have been feeding her well. So if you want to see how big this dog can get, just keep using that dozer code on Gorilla Mind. And this dog is going to be 8 feet tall by the time we get to nationals in 1 week at the rate we're going. But yeah, you guys have really been using that code, so thank you. You want an ice bath, Pib? How fucked up would it be if I just threw Pib in the ice bath when she was being bad? I swear the camera comes on, and she's like such a good dog. She's just like sitting. Oh, there it goes. Look how big she's getting. All that Gorilla Mind money going straight into that belly. Today, right now, we're gonna go get cold. So let's do that. So Sub-Zero dropped off this guy. And this is the best ice bath there is because it's big. And if you've used ice baths like the cold plunge, you know that like you either have to lay down and your knees or feet stick out. You can get all the way neck deep with everything underwater in this with no issues. And it's awesome. It stays at 37 degrees all the time. I do this right when I wake up, right before I go to bed. I'm gonna do it an extra time today in the middle of the day because I didn't really train today. So I'm just gonna add a little more stress so I can sleep better. So I wanted to give this rundown. The way, I know I tell you guys to use my codes a lot and I'm probably annoying with that, but the thing is I try to reinvest most of the money that you guys generate through using my codes into the stuff I'm putting out there, the content I'm putting out there. Like Gorilla Mind started doing well, hired a media guy, hired Nico, and now we have these YouTube videos. So I'm trying to reinvest everything. If you guys want to see these YouTube videos get better, higher frequency, just better quality overall, all the money that we generate from those codes, I'm going to be reinvesting most of it into the content that you see right now. So instead of me being annoying and be like, this is the best fucking cold tub in the world, like it's a really good cold tub and you can get them for $180 a month. If you're someone that wants a cold tub and you like watching my content, then it's a win-win. You get a cold tub, I get a little bit of money because you guys buy one of these, I reinvest it into the video, blah, blah, blah. Same deal with Barbell Apparel, Gorilla Mind. I'm not gonna try and trick you and be like, you guys need to buy this shit now. It helps me out, and I tried to take that money and help you guys out by giving you better content. Transparency. Let's do this. So there's a lot of science behind cold exposure and GH release and stuff like that. The main reason I use the cold tub is because it's something that's really hard to do. It's something that you do not want to do. It's something that you can really easily talk yourself out of doing. So making it the first thing you do, the last thing I want to do when I get out of bed is get in this cold tub, but that's the first thing I've been doing all week, and that kind of sets my day up right. It makes getting into the gym and training seem easier because I want to go to the gym. Some days I don't, but there are no days where I wake up and I want to get in this thing. So that doing it every day, just forcing myself to do it because I need to, because it's a good idea, is why I see so much value in this thing. It's like the ultimate disciplinary exercise, is forcing yourself in this tub, and it sucks the whole time. It's terrible. People are like, oh, the ice bath is my favorite. It's not. It's terrible, and that's why it's so good. So we're gonna do 2 minutes here. I did 2 minutes this morning, and I'm gonna do 2 minutes right before bed. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I'm a sweaty ass sleeper. I sweat a lot. I get way too hot when I sleep. If I get in this thing 30 minutes before bed, closes up all my pores, makes my skin cold, then I crawl under the blankets, and it's fucking majestic. But I wonder if I can... This time period right now when the clock's rolling and like you gotta get in like 5 seconds, it sucks. So I'm gonna hyperventilate a lot, and then I should be fine after that. No, I'm getting better at it.
You're not hyperventilating. Those are motivational quote of the day.
Do shit you don't want to do simply because you don't want to do it. And your balls will get bigger.
They're getting bigger right now?
No, they're getting much smaller right now. When you guys do the cold tub, get all the way to where your chin is touching the water, like your whole neck. I see a lot of people do this and their like chest is out and only their legs are in. That does nothing for you. Get your whole entire body, feet, hands, neck, everything in there.
Dude, this isn't even phasing me right now. Nice catch.
Happy Friday! Today is the last heavy day before nationals. Actually, I don't know. We're probably gonna have one or two. I'm not competing at nationals because I'm a pussy ass, but Dylan will be competing at nationals and he's gonna do so great.
It's Max Out Friday, and it's not 100 degrees outside, and we're going to game day barbell, and that is it. I'm gonna total 340 at least. Right, Madison? Am I gonna total 340 at least?
If you don't, then I'm moving back to California.
Change of plans. I'm gonna total 330 today. So we are going for every single kilo that we can get today. So ideally we're gonna work up to 50 and then we're just gonna send it on some heavier stuff. And hopefully I don't have that many misses this week, so I have some gas for clean and jerk. Temperature is a lot better this week. It's less hectic, so conditions are right. I just gotta execute. It's game time. session started terribly. We did not snatch what we wanted to. I was definitely worrying about spending too much energy on snatches, so I went up after misses, which is something you shouldn't do this close to competition, so I ended with 145. I feel like I definitely had 150. If I would have battled with that, I would have hit it, and I would have felt better about today, but I really wanted the gym record that Lane took from me last week, so I just threw that on the bar and ripped on it, and it wasn't there. So we kind of took our own medicine there and moved on to clean and jerk, and clean and jerk went extremely well. But with weightlifting, you're going to experience those sessions, and then you have to find a way to keep your confidence, because once you lose it, you have to fight to get it back, and typically that's a battle you're not really going to win. So I think if I would have only clean and jerked like 180 today, I would not have any confidence going into nationals at all. Probably would have changed my openers and done a bunch of crazy shit, but we did have a win today. That was my first 190 clean and jerk since 2 weeks before the 2018 Arnold, which was 5 years ago.
What did you weigh?
And I weighed 112 when I did that. And now I'm like 98. I was probably 98 during that session. So it's a big win. I feel like I'm in very good shape. I feel like I could jerk 200 kilos. In competition, I feel like I could clean something huge. So I'm really confident with that portion. The objective for next week, the true taper, is just building up confidence for the snatch, because I didn't have that today. So just got to take the session slower, really feel things out, make little technical tweaks that I can carry into the competition. And if I do that, I'll be good. Yeah, next week, taper sessions are pretty easy. Like, you're in and out of the gym pretty fast. It's weird. Some people get this thing called the taper bug, which some of you on the dog pack might have experienced a little bit this week. Monday through Wednesday feel pretty terrible, almost like you can't even move. And then Wednesday you feel a little bit better, but you don't feel 100%. And then Friday you feel really, really good. And that's a normal thing. Bless you. If you haven't experienced that before, it's scary. If you have, you know that that's just how a taper works. And if you experience those first 3 days where you feel like shit, then chances are you're going to peak at the right time. So right now I'm making myself aware of that Monday might not feel great. If it does, awesome. If it doesn't, it's not anything I need to stress about. And I just need to stick to my game plan, regardless of how next week goes. I know I'm going to be able to hit what I want to hit when the time comes. I just have to keep convincing myself of that. So need to focus on sleep next week, because last night my insomnia hit. Couldn't fall asleep until like 3:30 and kind of made today a little crazy.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, that was me last night when I couldn't fall asleep. And we were going to do some different stuff with training today, but all that went out the window. I woke up at like 11:30, didn't eat until noon. Just a bunch of weird shit. You just got to roll with the punches at this point. And next week I need to really get my sleep schedule set. Come here, Pib. Pib. I need to get my sleep schedule set. Falling asleep at the same time every night, waking up at the same time every morning. Thursday, we're flying to Colorado. We have to get up really early that day, so I'm going to try to get at least 4 or 5 hours before we wake up, and then sleep on the plane, and then hit my light session and get to bed pretty early Thursday night. But one thing with competitions, if you're someone who's competing at AO Series or the Nationals or AO Finals, try to make your competition setup as comfortable as possible. I think investing money in like an Airbnb with a kitchen to where you can cook, and a rental car and stuff that's just going to make your life easier is completely worth it if you put in all this training and you're going to a national meet and you're not like eating takeout in a hotel room, sleeping like shit because the conditions are really different. I would highly recommend you just pocket a little bit more money, save a little bit more, and invest it into the conditions at the meet, because if you're trying to pinch pennies when you're going to perform really well, it's going to impact you a little bit. So we got an Airbnb, we got a rental car, we're flying in 2 days before. Things are going to be really relaxed. I hope there's going to be no issues, and competition is going to be good. My mindset going into this competition is just to have fun. I retired like 3 years ago. I've been back for like a year. I don't need to be doing this. My life's a lot better when I am doing this, and I'm doing it because I want to. So I just have to keep reminding myself of that. I'm not doing this for anyone else. I'm doing it because my life is literally better when I'm a weightlifter versus when I'm not. The worst years of my life were when I wasn't a weightlifter. So if I'm on the platform, if I'm in the warm-up room, if I make weight, all that stuff is a win. So I just got to remind myself of that. Regardless of the outcome, I put together a really solid training cycle that I can fall back on when my confidence starts to slip. And we just got to show up and do work. Next week, or actually right now, because this video is coming out on Monday, this is the time to join the dog pack. I'll post like a little before and after on my Instagram of when I started the dog pack versus now. That's like 9 weeks. And I went from way out of shape to in really, really good shape. And that just proves that the dog pack works. It's worked for a lot of people. If you look at my Instagram stories, people are PRing all the time. It's a hard program. It's real weightlifting. It's what you need. It might not be what you want to do, but it is what you need to get better at this sport. And you can join for $5. We are starting a new 12-week cycle today. So if you're tired of lifting the same weights month after month and you want to make a change and you want to work hard and make something out of your weightlifting career, you can now do a month of the dog pack for $5. And I guarantee you when you do 1 month and you put in the work and you focus on recovery, you will realize that this is what you need and you will want to stay on the dog pack. So join now because this is the time to do it. A 12-week cycle is starting. You want to get in at day 1. That way you can put in all the work you need to put in and actually ride out a whole training cycle because that's going to give you the best results. So if you've been on the fence, you don't know if you want to get back in the gym or not, it's $5. Try it. Give it your all. You'll be happy you did. The link is in the description. Do it. So, barbell apparel. The ultralight joggers are the shit. That's what I wore in training today. I wear those joggers when it's literally 100 degrees in the gym, and they're fine. They're the ultralight joggers. I wear a large. They are fucking perfect for weightlifting. They don't grab onto the bar when you're doing cleans. They're super light. They're stretchy. You can wrap over them. They don't diaper up. They don't do anything weird. They're the best joggers for weightlifting I've ever used. And I've used every single jogger there is. So if you guys want those, the link is also in the description. Like I said earlier, if you guys are in need of this stuff and you like my content, just use my code because it's going to help the content eventually. I try to keep margins as thin as possible. That way, if you guys are helping me, I'm giving back and giving out good content to you guys. I want to make sure I always do that. And things have been going well with Dozer, like very well. There's some stuff in the works. I'm about to hire a coach. And this is something I've always wanted to do with Dozer. I wanted to create ways for weightlifters to make money because weightlifters historically are broke and sad and they hate their life. And I'm sick of that. The sport's awesome and you don't have to be fucking broke and depressed to do it. So that's something that's in the works. And I'm just trying to give back as much as I can. So if you guys appreciate the content and you want an ice bath, you want better clothes. Pip! Stop! Down! All of that stuff is in the description. So help me and I will try to help you guys with better content and just make these videos better and better. And soon we're going to be releasing more frequently. So yeah, comment something, share. The last video did not get to 20,000 views and I'm really upset about it. So if you guys want to make me feel better, write me a poem in the comments. Tell Nico happy birthday in the comments. Pib is hungry because it's been a week since the last video. Look, she's trying to eat a fucking rope. She needs some food. She's like, this shit's delicious. So I read a poem to Pib. And that's it. That's the video. There was a cool clean and jerk, so I'm glad I was able to do that for you guys. But next week, we are going to be in Colorado. And it's going to be some cool shit. So I'll see you next week.